everybody. So, the message that is pulling on my heartstrings is about helping people. But you can't help other people unless you can help yourself. Um, the devil's at the bottom of the deck. I don't know what he want to peek out for. um, I don't know if somebody has been overindulging in something. Um, maybe juggling something, needing to make a choice about something, um, keeping something a secret, waiting for something. Judging somebody. You could be talking about an Aquarius. Somebody might be being judged or judging somebody. Somebody could also be having some type of spiritual awakening. Releasing something with the Judgment card peeking out. I don't know. There could be a few different scenarios. So what's the scenario? Judgment also is Scorpio. Being challenged, being tested. You know, Judgment could also be spirit guides or angels. Maybe looking out for you in a certain situation. For a sword, maybe needing some rest. Let's see what comes out. Strength card is at the bottom. The strength can overpower the devil or that devil energy, negative thinking. And if somebody is in need of help, definitely that energy can help. Maybe somebody tried to get away with something. All right, I'm going to stop peeking at these cards. But these are all the things that are coming up, right? I'm talking about helping people, but needing to help yourself first. So, let's see. What is the current situation? So, I'm going to leave them like that since that's how they came out. So, we have the Six of Swords in the reverse. Yep, somebody's having a challenging time. It's some type of transition going from one thing to another thing. Whether it be a job, a relationship, a move, whatever it is. And whoever this is probably a little resistant to change. They don't want to change. They don't like the fact that they had to change. So it might have been some type of tower or some type of situation that forced them to change. Or some type of, like I said, spiritual awakening or revelation that made them realize they needed to change. But then they may have somebody that's trying to pull them back into whatever the situation is, the job, the drama, or whatever. But they want to, somebody just wants to be balanced and have harmony and peace. And they know that if they go back, they won't have that. Somebody's doing their best to be strong mentally. And like I said, have good thoughts, have clear thoughts, come up with good ideas, and change their knowledge about certain things. And have some clear communication, because there was no clear communication in whatever situation they were in before. There was a lot of manipulation in whatever situation this is. So I'm picking up that it probably was a relationship that they're walking away from. And maybe for a long time they were resistant to change and they stayed stuck in that situation. But they realized it was a bunch of trickery and manipulation. They may have been the only person providing the resources, coming up with things, and, you know, whoever they were giving those things to were abusing the power or misusing the funds. And they're not living up to their potential right now, because they have the ability to, of course, be the magician, but they're not. Picking up on Queen of Wands energy, this could be male or female. I'm picking up that this Queen of Wands may have been a harlot and would do anything for money. That's not always the case, but that's what I'm picking up on with these other cards. Like, this person was a trickster. Very confident, though, in figuring that he or she could get away with whatever. Very charming and charismatic, extrovert. Seemingly very independent. And knew how to influence people, but with manipulation. Like, it seemed like they were inspiring people to, you know, be the best versions of themselves, but it was on, you know, it was coming from a manipulative place. Now it's time to move forward and use that energy for something different. So if this is not the person who was being manipulated, this is now the person who is walking away, getting that fire energy and enough strength to move forward. This person is ambitious and motivated to change. Again, whether it was by choice or by force. They feel like they can find someone who's more supportive, giving, caring, more easily accessible, and not for the drama and the BS. Again, this is usually feminine energy, so it could be a mature woman. But again, we all are a balance of masculine and feminine, so it could be a mature man as well who's just realizing what needs to be done and is more on his feminine side at the moment. Or at least in this situation. Or who was on his more feminine side in this situation. Because maybe he had a magician in the reverse. That, you know, wasn't doing the right thing. Magician represents Virgo energy. And that energy can have a tendency to be manipulative. They only feel like people are there to be used. And so they, you know, they may ask for or give you something just so that they can come back and ask you for something in return later on. And again, with that Six of Swords in the reverse, there was no harmony and no peace in the situation. There was no joy. Okay, what's the problem? Or what's getting in the way or causing a delay in this situation? So what's taking this person so long to move away from this situation? Or has this person already moved away from this situation? Like, what's the problem here? Please show us. I guess this card wants to come out. Eight of Pentacles. Somebody's learning how to master themselves, I feel like. Or maybe a certain skill. Maybe they're learning to do something new so that they can make sure that they're independent and have resources to do what they need to do. This person is learning how to set boundaries. So maybe this is what is causing the delay. This person is working on themselves. So it's a good delay. This person is working on their finances, their health, maybe not as consumed with the material world. They're just focused on themselves. But this is abundance and prosperity. You see the buildings in the background. You see the green. Yeah, this person is learning how to set boundaries and understand boundaries and know that they don't have to deal with some of the things that they dealt with before. This person is able to take pride in the new skills that they're learning and mastering themselves. What should be considered, or what action should this person take? What should be considered, or what action should be taking place? This person might be moving too slow. So this person might need to go a little bit faster. Pentacles is the slowest. I mean, it's stable. It's financially stable. But it could represent years. Which is good in terms of financial stability, having a home, having a successful relationship and things from that perspective. But if this person is needing to get away from somebody who's manipulative, they might be moving too slow. Then this person needs to move forward with confidence. So this is the action that they need to take. They need to move forward with confidence. And it's fine that they've been in work mode, but what it is, that saying, all work and no play makes for a dull person. This person needs to be inspired to move a little bit faster. And not just sit there and stare at the coin and, look around. It's not, it's not about material things or finances. Although those things, those resources do help us to get some of the things that we want or need. But again, this person needs to move a little faster with confidence. And Knights could represent like 20 to 35-year-olds. So even if this person is older than that, the behaviors that they're portraying make them seem a little bit immature. Like they're not making a decision as like a mature adult would. They're taking their time and being indecisive about whatever it is that they need to decide, and taking too long. What is the final outcome or solution? 7 of Wands. This person needs to stand their ground. In whatever position they've taken, they need to just defend that position, set a boundary, stand in it, defend whatever choice they've made. If it's the choice to walk away, maybe their relatives or friends like, why would you do that? And so you have all these people down here that may be, the naysayers and people who disagree. So this person has to stand in there with their decision and say, look, this is what I decided. And, it's, Not to be mean or anything, but I don't care if you don't like it. But why are you still talking about that? Why are you still bringing it up? What difference does it make? That's over and done with now. We've moved on. So you need to move on. And again, this person doesn't have to be nasty, but this person does need to set a boundary and say, look, this is what it is. And I'm going to defend and protect what the decision that I've made. And this is what it is. And stop being in this night energy in the reverse, moving all slow, dragging your feet, you know. Yeah, it is a challenge, but you're up for the challenge. You know. Just be accountable and responsible for the decisions that you've made. You know, this is a very pivotal moment in your life, very life-changing, life-altering. And maybe it wasn't an easy decision, but, you know, maybe it was a necessary decision so you can have your harmony and peace. And so that you can be more balanced, right? You're motivated and you have the ambition, so act like it. How is the situation developing? You know, swords cut, right? So this is the Knight of Swords, again in the reverse. So again, coming from an immature perspective of like a 20 or 30-year-old. And that's not to say that all 20 to 30-year-olds are immature, but this particular energy is. Still an adult, but, you know, behaving from an immature place. So there's some judgment and criticism here. Again, people are sharing their opinions, and this person just needs to defend and stand up for what they want, or what they've done, or this decision that they've made. People may feel like they just made a illogical decision or a rash decision, but, you know, I feel like this person thought about this for a while. But this person may be too blunt. Like, you don't have to cuss people out or yell at people in order to defend your point. You can just say, this is what I've decided to do, and, you know, even if you don't like it or not, this is what I decided to do, and that's it. My decision is final because this is my life. So, you know, if you have that parent or grandparent or aunt or uncle who disagrees because you quit a job and, you know, they got you a job working for the state and you was there 5 years and they stayed for 30 and they felt like you shouldn't have quit to start your, you know, sneaker business, I don't know. And, but your sneaker business may be doing well, or you may be doing well. And so you know that it was the right decision, even though they disagree. No, you may not have the Mercedes-Benz to match yet, but you're working on it. So since they can't see, you know, the fruits of your labor yet, or they can't see the progress that you've made, especially if this was personal development, they may not be able to see your progress. We have the Four of Cups on the bottom. You may be taking something for granted. So in one instance, you're being too, and I feel like I'm talking to a divine masculine. In one instance, you're being too blunt and direct, it's because of your fears and insecurities and people making you feel guilty or ashamed. So when people come to you trying to make you feel guilty or ashamed, you black out or puff up your chest, right? But then on the other hand, you're not moving fast enough in another situation because you're taking it for granted. But you just need to stand up for what you know is the right thing, the choice that you've made for your life. And proceed with it regardless of what anybody says or thinks. Just don't give a damn about what them haters say. All right. I think I'm going to be done with that. But let's see what gemstones you can use to help you heal in this situation. I feel like you can use some gemstones. So I started out by talking about being able to help others, but you can't help others until you help yourself first. So in helping yourself, that means, again, standing up for what you believe in and not letting it depress you, but, you know, getting in there, doing your affirmations, meditate, and get up out of the energy that's not serving a good purpose in your life. And then you'll be able to help others. You just have to be confident, though. You're independent and you need to be confident. All right, we have gold. Not fool's gold. Divine intervention. The Most High sends miracles to answer your sincere requests. Jade, wellness. The recovery of health and wellness is here. So maybe you can get a gold necklace, a gold jade necklace, I'm thinking. Titanium rainbow quartz. Wow. Did I show you jade? This is jade. The green one. That is jade. And gold. This is not real gold, but of course you know what gold looks like. And this is pyrite. It kind of looks like gold. Kind of have similar, well, I do have some gold. They have similar healing properties as well, pyrite. Get you some gold. You can even get it like this. This is like gold leaf. And you can use this when you manifest as well. So titanium rainbow quartz. I have rainbow hematite, but I don't have rainbow quartz. It says it's multifaceted. There are many layers and dimensions to the situation or person you're asking about. Okay. Azurite. Deep emotional healing. Your heart is ready to heal from past experiences and you are willing to devote time and energy toward therapeutic care. There's so many different things you can do. Go to a sauna. Go to a There's a place here called Jeju, and they have like a, what are they called? They have like different, they're not saunas. Are they saunas? No, I can't, I can't think straight right now. But anyway, they have one with like crystals, like a crystal one, a gold and silver room. And you just go in there. I guess they are saunas or like steam rooms. And you just relax and enjoy the energy of each room. But they're not rooms, they're, I don't know, I'm drawing a blank right now. But you could do something like that. You can have massage, reflexology, acupuncture, of course meditation, yoga, tai chi, qigong, even Pilates, swimming, walking, writing, having a gratitude journal, making sure that you give thanks for at least 3 things every day, and preferably 3 things that cost less than $10. So you can say you're grateful for smiles, you're grateful that you have strength, you're grateful that, you know, you have the ability to choose. So, you know, things that really don't cost anything. I mean, you can say that you're grateful for things that cost. You can say you're grateful for, you know, if you have rose quartz, you're grateful for your rose quartz. It still costs less than $10. You're grateful for, you know, whatever tools you have. Whatever tools you have. That costs less than $10 or $15 if you want to hike it up a little bit. You're grateful for seeing birds. You're grateful for your eyesight. You're grateful for your bed. You're grateful, you know, although your bed does cost more than $10, the purpose is, you know, to not make everything like something that you bought. Grateful for your eyesight, grateful for your lungs, grateful for that you can walk, grateful that you can talk, grateful that, you know, whatever. And the last one is fluorite. It says natural beauty and authenticity. Be yourself as the Most High Creator made you naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. So, love yourself. What do they say? Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So, you know, if you're a man, you might not want to consider yourself beautiful, but, you know, you're handsome or, you know, just a good person on the inside and on the outside. I feel like I should do an oracle card as well from the Native American deck. We pulled from the Black Goddess Within the other day, and we did get Ma'at and Transformation. So, yeah, that's from the Black Goddess Within. But today, we are doing the Native American Oracle. So let's see what message we get. Again, if you feel like you've fallen in a rut, you need to say some affirmations and meditate. Recenter yourself. Balance out your energy. Practice your breathing exercises. Um, and do some self-assessment. Because although people don't like to acknowledge it or believe it, um, our thoughts become things. It's the law of attraction. So what are you thinking? Is your thinking in the basement? Or are you up in the attic, all up in your head? We do have 2 swords out here. That's, that's up in your head energy. And although you're making progress with this 8 of Pentacles out here, and that's your stability and your, financial success and home and money and material things, houses, manifestation. But then we see this too. So you're having some issues with maybe balancing out your energy. And again, I think it has to do with other people around you not accepting the choice that you've made and maybe trying to pressure you to go back. But you have to stand up for yourself and help them to understand, and not in a nasty way. You don't have to be nasty. You can say what's on your mind. You can say what you're thinking or feeling without getting an attitude. And if people disagree, that's their business. Like, I know for the longest time, one of my relatives said, oh, well, that wouldn't happen if you didn't have a baby. Or you shouldn't have had a baby. All this about having a baby. Until my son was probably like 7 years old. Until I finally said, well, he's here and I can't send him back. So why do you keep saying that? And that's when it changed. And so again, you don't have to say it nasty, but you do need to say it. Like, this is what I decided to do, and I'm not changing my mind, so you just have to accept that this is what it is. I know that you may miss seeing this person or hearing from this person. I know you think I should have stayed at that job. Or I know, whatever. I don't know. I know you don't disagree with me starting my own business. Whatever. I don't know. So we have number 30 here. Number 24. Number 13. And number 2. So let's go ahead and see what these cards say. That first one is the goose. Goose energy. Not goosing somebody on the booty. Snow goose. On a mundane level, the snow goose represents loyalty, fidelity, devotion, combined with compassionate desire that moves the heart. Deep instincts are nurtured and supported, allowing for intense connections between loved ones. These feelings of connection are safety, resonant with inner spirit, and encourage confidence in one's deepest core. The qualities of the snow goose create the perfect environment for transformation. Just as snow goose pushes us to connect with our human loves, it also nudges us toward a deeper, closer connection with spirit. Shells, wow. Shells are symbols of fertility and transformation. Didn't I just show you my shell? Wow. Message. Make choices based on love and that support loving relationships, both earthly and spiritual. And there are a bunch of shells at the bottom of this card. You can't make this stuff up. Keywords: love, union, connection, devotion, friendship, sexuality, family, and tradition. Time: January, the month of renewal. All right now. 13. Elk Stamina. Elk are powerful creatures with lots of different medicine. Elk can run for a long time. They have both speed and agility, which sometimes bellies their strong their strength and size. Elk teaches us about stamina and reminds us to choose our task carefully and conserve your energy for only what really needs to be done. Once a goal is set, then stick with it and be persistent until the goal is achieved. Although Elk can run fast, he also knows instinctively how to pace himself so that he can finish what he started. The Taweya is a magical shield that allowed the shaman to travel through the air, similar to the magical way in which Elk knows how to reach his destination. Message: do only what needs doing. Carefully meet out your resources and keep moving until you've finished. So, again, with that Eight of Pentacles, whatever you're learning, keep learning it. But make sure you're not moving too slow and sticking with it, too long, and taking something for granted. Keywords: stamina, overcoming obstacles, strength, and will to continue on, drawing on magical elemental resources. Time: December, the month of long nights. Then we have 24. The Calumet. The calumet is the largest of the Native American pipes and one of the most sacred objects. White buffalo women taught humans about it and the rituals associated with it. It was used to seal covenants or treaties as a way to ensure peace. It was also used in rituals to ask favors from the gods and nature. As soon as it was lit, it was raised toward the sun, then lowered to pay homage to the earth, and finally to the four directions. Message: find a way to create a peaceful, mutually beneficial solution, honoring and respecting others involved. So again, you can say what you need to say about your decision, but you don't have to be nasty about it. But you can say it in such a way that people have no choice but to accept the decision that you made and move on. Even if they mention it again, stand your ground and say what you need to say. Don't back down. Set a boundary. That's how you maintain your boundaries. Again, I understand that you feel like it was in my best interest to stay in that position. However, I've decided to make another decision and go in a different direction. I understand that you may be disappointed, and I understand that this is a decision that you made, but I've decided to do something different. Message: find a way to create a peaceful, did I read that already? Yes. Mutually beneficial solution, honoring and respecting others involved. Keywords: peace, contract, alliance, recompense, and honor. Time: Thursdays. It's tomorrow or tonight, because I am posting this after 12 o'clock. And then we have 30. So we have a 3, a 6, a 4, and a 2. If you add the numbers together. Smoke, purification. Smudging ceremonies are ways to release the medicine in certain herbs to obtain specific effects. Sage, sweetgrass, and cedar are often used for cleansing. I did sage, the cards, before I got on. I think the sage may have still been burning. So sage, sweetgrass, and cedar are often used for cleansing, healing, and shifting energies from negative to positive. Tobacco is used as an offering and honoring. Because the herbs come from the earth and smoke rises, the ritual is a way to connect heaven and earth, ourselves and spirit. The use of fire to release in herbs medicine is also symbolic of the idea of trial by fire, a way of eliminating the useless and releasing the useful. If you need sage, I do offer sage. I'm sure if you want some tobacco, I recommend natural tobacco. So I recommend that you buy loose tobacco and roll your own if you want to smoke it. If you live in North Carolina near Nightdale, or if you're willing to travel to Nightdale, there is a tobacco shop called Abbie's, ABBIE apostrophe S tobacco. And they do offer local natural tobacco. You can get flavors like cherry or cognac, depending on what you like, just to name two of them, right? And you can also get like menthol, whatever you like. The message here is, before moving on, make sure your own motives are pure and your actions tempered with beneficial energy. So whoever you're moving away from, if you're moving towards somebody, so if you're moving towards, say, a Queen of Wands, if that's who you're moving towards, someone who's strong, self-assured, charismatic, extroverted, independent, enthusiastic, and someone who inspires others, what are your intentions? What are your true motives? Do you have good intentions for this person? So don't move away from somebody who didn't have good intentions just for you to go to somebody and not have good intentions. The key words: purification, transformation, overcoming negative behaviors, seeking direction, out with the old and in with the new. Time, 6 to 12 months. So I'm not sure if you've already left this person. If you did, how long has it been? And if it's been, and I said something about I picked up on years before. So I'm feeling like it's maybe been at least 1 year with this Knight of Pentacles here in the reverse. So if it's been at least 1 year, like I said, you're moving too slow. It's probably time for you to move forward at this point and stop being stubborn, because you do have an offer in front of you. So if you don't take advantage of that offer, and not from a manipulative perspective, but if you don't take advantage of that offer, you could fall into a rut if you're not already in one. Again, you need to self-assess and recenter yourself and make the right choice. And when people say something to you about it, defend your position, and then work on, this new skill that you have. You can use that to make, to better your finances. So that's what I had. That's what came out. You can't take care of anybody else until you take care of yourself first. All right, later. Love you.